signs are all around us. Sometimes they flash bright in your face, sometimes they're more subtle. Learning to read and recognize all the signs in the world will guarantee that you will know when to react and when not to.
Warning: the stunts and techniques performed in these situations are performed by professionals. Do not try these without proper training. Rudy had just finished watching a ripped-off cable feed of the fight. He was wound up tight. He knew a couple of moves from watching the guys, and he wanted to try them out. In his mind, this made perfect sense. Timmy knew he could cut through the parking lot. He'd done it before, no trouble. He never liked it, but it never caused him too much of a problem. It was later than usual, but his need to get home quick was greater than his need for being safe. Rudy wasn't seeing the signs. He was seeing an opponent.
Should you find yourself in a scenario, maybe you've taken a shortcut that you, in hindsight, would have preferred not to, best approach is to do what we always caution, and that is to walk with purpose, keep your head up. It helps you be aware of surroundings, but also from a point of view as far as targeting you as a victim, it shows some confidence and exhibits that through your body language, and it's less likely that you'll be targeted.
Fact: the US and Canada are 6th and 9th in the world in assaults per capita. Tim didn't want the fight. He didn't want any part of it, trying to slew him off.
So I'm walking home through this parking lot at night, and this guy comes up to me, and just out of the blue, he starts shoving me.
Once you look down, defer your eyes and that sort of thing, basically you're assuming a submissive role, and that again could provoke maybe an encounter.
If you already identify that an individual has some kind of an issue, they're being aggressive, they're being loud, they're being vulgar, then take that for what it is, the worst case scenario. They probably are going to have an issue, and they might take that issue out on you.
But Tim found out the hard way that reasoning with stupidity mixed with adrenaline can make negotiations impossible without physical backup.
You have to fight, one way or another. You either fight with the individual to protect yourself, or you run, one or the other, but you have to fight. If you're passive, you're going to get hurt.
Shoves me all the way back up into this wall, and he's just laying into me, and mercilessly, and the whole time he's just hitting me saying, hey, if you can get out of here, I'll let you go, but I couldn't.
If that happens, you got to make a decision on taking evasive action. If you need to defend yourself, then you got to use a proper amount of force decisively to do so, or turn around and run out of there and try to avoid becoming a victim.
Tim is trying to figure out why this is happening, but the answer may never come. The question he needs to be asking is, what do I do to stop this maniac?
And I didn't know what to do.
When we return, why being prepared for the unexpected can give you the edge you need.
Systema is basically made to to develop in yourself, not to destroy something, to create.
Movement. It's all the natural movement that we inherit as when we were born.
This is Frank Arias, an expert in the discipline of Systema, the Russian-based martial art that is a combination of hand-to-hand combat, knife fighting, and firearms training. Originally from Ecuador, Frank studied many of the Asian arts before finding this unique form.
I was attracted to Systema as a physical part, which it still is, and the combative part of it, as a warrior type of feedback that you can get from experiencing hand-to-hand combat.
Arias has incredible control and light touch reflex, which comes from the intense conditioning and training.
the more you're exposed to sports and arts, like as martial art, it gives you a sense of belonging and also confidence. In this situation, we have a hooligan harassing a man that's just walking across the parking lot, and the hooligan's pushing him against the wall, making him to fight him back, and here's how City Commander can help. As the attacker pushes me against the wall, I absorb the shock. As I come back, he punches, I evade, hit him in the solar flex, bring him up, controlling him, break the nose, and then we're done our job.
Step 1. Bend chest inwards.
I have the attacker in front of me. He's going to push me. As he pushes me, it's very important to observe the push by just bending the chest inward. If you were to hit the wall, you have the curve of your back can absorb the shock of the wall. I'm absorbing the shock this way. At the same time, I'm bending my shoulder, my back, in order to absorb the wall. By bending like this, I absorb the wall, and yet I can come back to work on the individual.
Step 2. Evade punch and hit stomach.
So at this point, he has pushed me. I'm ready to come back. He punches me. I escape. At the same time, hit the stomach there, the solar plex area.
A punch to the abdomen is a punch to the lumbar plexus. The reflex will immediately cause it to tense up. That will cause the diaphragm at the top of your abdomen to start to expand upwards, pushing the air out of your lungs.
Step 3. Forearm to neck.
Go behind him, because he's still dealing with the pain that I just left him and the solar plex. And now I can just go around him, put my forearm here on his neck.
Step 4. Break nose with elbow.
Control him, bring him more closer to me, and then bring my elbow into his face, breaking his nose. Choke him a bit, having it under control, and at the same time raise the elbow. All this movement all together into the nose and breaking him and hopefully knocking him out, and you ready to go home.
This maneuver is very effective yet vicious. Anytime that you have an intense blow to the side of the head such as this, the first thing that will happen is you will stun your opponent. You've also got the direct effect of the hit on the side of the head.
As the attacker pushes you, you absorb the shock by bending your chest inward, perfect, and come back again. Now as he punches you, go ahead, there you go, you escape under. As you come in through, you hit, exactly, go behind him. It's important to go, once you hit him, as he bends, it's important to go behind him. Then you have the arm control there, you bring in the forearm right into his neck there, forcing him to bend, you drop this, and the elbow straight into the nose, and he's unconscious. Great job.
When you can't walk away, the City Commando way.